Hey, what is happening? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show how to create this misty sea landscape with rocks and that kind of thing scene, as you can see in the thumbnail. And it's actually pretty easy. So let's jump into it. First thing you want to do is go Shift A and get a mesh, get a plane. Then go S, scale it up. Something like that. Looks good. And I'm just going to change my camera, touch it, boom. Bring it to somewhere like that. Okay, can move it later on. Then what you want to do is you want to go to edit preferences and you want to enable the ant landscape add-on. So you just type in landscape and it will come up, and you want to enable this. Okay, so check it. So we've got this. And then what you want to do is go Shift A and go to mesh. So yeah, mesh, go to landscape. Okay. Then what you want to do is click there. And then what you want to do is you want to go here to noise type and get FBM fractal. And then what you want to do is just go S, scale it up to something like that. Okay. Oh, it's looking quite nice. And then what you want to do is you can just go to Z and then just go here and then just rotate it. Something like that looks actually pretty nice. And then you can get another one. So what we can do is go S. So you can go Shift A, mesh, landscape, and then we can go here, noise type, and we can get another one. So we can just get distorted noise, go S, scale it up, then go Z, G, bring it to somewhere like that, and then we can just bring it a bit forward, something like this, and then G, something like that, G. It looks quite nice. And then let's just scale it down. G and bring it to somewhere like that. And actually just G, let's bring it to somewhere like this. S. Wrong one. Click on this and then go S. Scale it up somewhere like that and then just rotate it. Something like that, yes. That looks quite nice. So it just gives us a little bit of, you can always change the camera angle if we want later on, but yeah, this is looking quite nice. Now what we want to do is we want to get that volume. So go Shift A, mesh, get a cube. S, let's scale it up. Something like that. Now what we want to do is we just want to add our volume to our cube. So hit shading with the cube selected, hit new, click on the principled STF, delete it, Shift A, type in volume, and add a principled volume. Plug this in there, and then change the density to 0.05. You can always change it later. Go back to layout. Now let's click on our plane, so we can add our water. Go to shading, boom, hit new. Let's drag this up so we can see what we're working with. Then what we can do is go Shift A, type in wave, get a wave texture. Put that there. Then go Shift A, get a bump node. So bump. Plug that in there. Put this here. And then what you want to do is bring the roughness all the way down. Click on transmission. Bring this all the way up so we got that nice reflection. Plug the normal into the normal. Plug the color into the height. Now let's go to our camera view. So we can just bring this down. I might not even use this. We'll have to see later. What you want to do is get the wave. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this spot for the scene. So go to camera, Control Alt 0. And it just locks it like that. We can always change it later. Just going to move the camera. And let's zoom in a bit. Okay. With that still selected, our plane. Now we can play with the distortion. So that just changes the waves to make it look like water. And we can also play with the scale. You can see there, it makes it more choppy, and that makes it smoother. So you want it to be somewhere, you probably want it pretty high. Something like that doesn't look too bad. The distortion, do that, you can see there, that just makes it nice and wavy. And then you can play with the detail scale, just so you find something that you like. Okay, that's it. It actually looks pretty nice. That's looking pretty nice. Now we can click on our landscape. And then what you can do is you can go to layout, let's go back to camera view, and let's find a nice spot. Something like this looks quite nice. Click on our camera, Control Alt 0, then just take it back. So boom. That looks quite nice. Now what you want to do is you want to texture this rock. So what you can do is you can use blender kits of materials, file materials, and just go with rock, search, boom. Just look for something that you like. You can throw this on, let it download. You can see there, it throws it on pretty easily. So feel free to check out blender kits. Awesome add-on and saves you a lot of time. You could do the same thing there. So same rock, you can just throw it on there. Boom. Easy, 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 easy. So check it out. Link in the description. But will save you a lot of time. And then what you want to do is, so look how nice that looks. What you want to do is, let's just go back here. When you've imported the texture, just click tab and then just don't subdivide. Hit U and then unwrap. Okay. Unwrap the material, go back to tab, and then click there, and it will look a lot nicer. So you can see it looks much nicer like that. Okay, go back to camera. Then what I can do is I'm just going to bring this lower. I'm going to bring the water higher, sorry. Something like that looks nice. Okay, so now what you want to do is click back here. Let's go back to shading. Let's go here and go to world. So click there, boom, hit world. Then what you want to do is go Shift A, type in sky, get a sky texture, plug the color to the background color. Then what you want to do is we can go back here, go to camera view, let's bring this down so we can see better. Let's go here. And that's looking nice. So now what we can do, we can bring the strings down to about 0.05, so it's pretty dark. And then bring the sun elevation down somewhere like that. Look how nice that's starting to look. If I bring the cube back, you can see how nice that's starting to look. Okay, so let's bring the cube back. We can change the sun rotation, so we can change it like that. So you can see. So you find something that you like. This is looking quite nice. And you can always bring the sun intensity down, but that's looking pretty good. Now what you can do is you can bring the ozone down. It makes it nice and moody. And also the sun size. So you can, sun rotation you can find. You can see there. It also looks quite nice. You can see. Just find something that you like. It doesn't have to be perfect. You kind of want the water to also be reflecting. So even that looks quite nice. You can bring the sun size up. Or bring it all the way down. What I think about something like that looks nice. What I'm actually just going to do is let's make it, change the aspect ratio. Let's make it look quite nice. And it actually looks pretty nice. What we could also do is find a nice spot, Alt 0, just so we don't see, no, you don't want to see all this. So just bring it lower and then we can just click on our camera again and zoom out. That's looking pretty nice. Same thing there is, you can scale this up. What I might do is just click on our water, go to object, change the scale. Kind of want it to be something like that. It's looking quite nice. Distortion. You roughen this down. If you don't want it to be too down. One thing you can do with your world is you can play with the ozone, like I said. So the more you bring it, it'll start to look like that. If you bring it all the way back, it'll look like that. I'm not completely happy with the water. So just give me a second. Something like that. So that looks better. Yeah, that's looking nice. Yeah, I'm liking it. It looks decent. And then I just want to play around with the world a little bit more. See if you bring the world, the air, all the way down. So you can see how nice it actually starts to look. It's almost like dust in the air, the ozone, you can bring it up. That's actually looking pretty decent. You can see if I bring the cube off, it looks quite nice like that. If you bring the cube back, just adds a little bit of mood and cinematic feels to the scene, and that's what I like. So you don't need the cube. You can always take it off if you want. And it also looks pretty nice. But I actually prefer it with the cube. I'll just bring the sun intensity up a little bit more. And then what you could always do is, let's hide this cube. If you wanted, you could go to Z, top view, click on this, go Shift D, duplicate and bring it somewhere like that. Go to your camera. If you want another one, you could just go like that, rotate it smaller, then have a look. You could even make your camera view, you could go wider with your camera, so like that, rotate it like that. It also looks pretty nice. Let's have a look now. It also looks pretty nice. You don't have to always have it in the same spots as me. Just find something that you like and then just play around with how you want it. If you want it a bit brighter, you can have it somewhere like that. If you want, you can see more rocks, and yeah, you can always play around with a spot that you like. But yeah, I thought I would just create this. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully it was interesting. Hopefully you create something like this, and like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You could always just create something that you want to create from my idea, and then just add your own twist to it. But yeah, hopefully this video helped you. Check out Blender Kit, check out the Patreon, check out the everything in the link in the description. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for the support on the channel. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.